this club's not just for some. All friends, one family, together we are one.
Hi, the boys.
Not so bad.
Hello. How's it going?
Happy holidays.
Enjoying the mid-season break.
Yeah,
Midterm?
really.
What's
You know,
the
the mid-season break, 13 weeks in, has been really, really nice. Yeah. So we're doing this because we have nothing else to do because there's no football on.
That's it.
And
We
also
need
because we
some
love
kind of
talking to our view in public.
The adoring
which means
fans,
ourselves.
is it?
But yeah.
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 Master of ceremonies. What are we doing today?
Yeah. Well, unlike every other week, we do not have 500 Club this week because of new sign-ups for June. Trevor has to rejig the numbers, etc. So good to see more sign-ups coming in, and don't forget to join up. You can join up at the club shop online on finharps.ie. So get your name in that, and we'll probably have a draw again in the next week or so. Whenever Trevor gets back to us.
One less thing for me to pretend I watched beforehand, so it suits me. Like,
So highlights from Sligo. You did watch that one.
on for it, yeah. Look.
Yeah.
We have a couple of clips from the training ground, which work has been ongoing. Good to see work coming back on that there, and with just a couple of short clips of what's happened there. Nothing much. The Bartley corner is back after a bit of a hiatus.
Oh yeah.
We've got
Who do we have?
Pierce Walsh
Very
on
good.
this week. Again, Harps fans of the mid-90s will remember Pierce Walsh. He was a very popular player at the time. So we have the goal of the month brought to you by Kinnegar Brewing. Thanks as always to Kinnegar. And we have a couple of tasty goals from this month. And we'll just chat about rubbish then for a few minutes. Season break and stuff. And I think obviously the WatchLOI has come to an end.
Death of WatchLOI.
The LOI TV will be taking over, and obviously,
Which I must say is a more catchy name. So
Yeah,
it's
well,
already
it
it's
makes
already
more
a better.
sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
WatchLOI was never.
Yeah,
no, the
like
league
I
obviously
watch
announced-
LOI in the ground. I might not necessarily watch LOI at home. There you go.
LOI TV, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like Finn
Well,
Harps
obviously
TV.
the league-
Makes a lot
league-
more sense.
The league announced details of the LOI TV taking over, and we don't obviously have all the details yet of what the club is doing, but we do understand that there is something in the works there.
Yeah, it's near enough sorted. I just don't trust myself to deliver it in a understandable or kind of effective manner. So this isn't the avenue for it.
Yeah, no, the more details will be made known now in the next few days with the club. Ethan here will be releasing details once he can put it down on paper and correct himself over and over again.
Yeah.
So,
But there is something.
keep an eye
That's
out.
the point.
Keep an eye out on the socials and keep an eye out on the club website, and you'll get all the details of the streaming package coming up in the next week. So I guess from here we'll take it on and look at Sligo.
Sligo.
So
Off we go.
here's a look at highlights.
No surprise that he's going towards Parks again. This time Boyle is out in front and over the top again. McGinty will come for this one. Oalabi's going in to chase after it, and Oalabi has put the ball in the net, but he's fouled McGinty in the process. And free kick is the end result.
Yeah, I think he's entitled to go for that ball, but once he does go for it, there's always going to be a free kick. And again, Ed McGinty will know he'll be in a game tonight.
All big, imposing players. Harps 2 are physical outfit as this one is hooked in. Oh, McGinley has to swipe at that. Then Parks! It's there! Romeo Parks on target once again. And Sligo Rovers move 1-0 in front in the early stages. They'll be thrilled with that start, and here comes Parks once again. This ball has gone loose though, and it's all very frantic at the moment. Here comes Foley, and he's going to put this one across to Oalabi! What about that for a 60 seconds at Finn Park? It's all square. Finn Harps 1, Sligo Rovers 1.
What a response from Harps. Adam Foley picks up on a sloppy ball back into the Sligo back four, and again a brilliant early ball into the box. Sligo weren't in an opportunity to get set up, and Tundies finish it into the back of the net. What a start at Finn Park.
Wow, well what a minute we've just witnessed here. in the SSE or Tristy League Premier Division. That's what Northwest Dar. McNamee has the opportunity. Goes with the long ball towards this side of the park. Webster dinks it back in. That's a useful looking ball as well. And McGinty forced into a fine save. Is that O'Alabi that's on it again? He's popped up all over the park so far. Got good direction and power on that header, but good hands from McGinty.
Yeah, McGinty's done well.
But once that ball goes into the centre of the park, all the players converging on it, really no time of possession at all. We haven't seen a period of real sustained possession for either team thus far. It's just been so frantic. This is a good ball through to the run of McNamee, who'll play it across, and it's another chance for O'Alabi. Again, McGinty is equal to it, still there for O'Alabi. Over the crossbar. What a chance again for Finn Harps.
Oh, great save, a brilliant save there from Ed McGinty. What a ball through from Seymour through for Barry McNamee, and I thought Tunde was going to bust the back of the net again, but McGinty pulls off a great.
Now it spills in the middle for Seymour. He's got a little bit of time here to assess his options and plays it over for O'Alabi here, and O'Alabi's gone past Buckley. Another chance for O'Alabi. Well, McGinty is out and claims it, but again Tunde O'Alabi is the man. A couple of chances too. Good goalkeeping on that occasion from Ed McGinty. Flicked on again, and another chance now for O'Alabi. He's shoved Mahan off, he's put the ball in the net, but he's committed the foul in the build-up. And again that flick on, just giving O'Alabi the chance. He commits the foul in the build-up, but
I think it's offside he's flagging for. I think he had the flag up for offside. There wasn't much in that. He's just out-muscled John Mahan there, but the linesman has saved John's blushes there with the flag.
Well, offside is the call. Tunde O'Alabi, again the man involved from a Harps point of view. Flies up into the air in the middle of the park. McElhenney plays it forward. Again O'Alabi was taking off, but Buckley heads it away. Now O'Alabi might get a chance, and it's O'Alabi against McGinty here to put Finn Harps up. He's played it out to the right and wide. Another chance for Finn Harps and another chance for Tunde O'Alabi.
Yeah, McGinty's done well again. He's come out and closed the angle, and Tunde hasn't been able to finish.
Robbie McCourt, he goes with the left boot again into a really good area. McElhenney's there, but the danger is still there, and Mahan returns it. Coyle still there for Sligo Rovers. Mahan again, and now it's fallen to Gibson, and now Banks! They've taken the lead, Sligo Rovers. Wonderful strike from Lewis Banks. Well, Ollie Horgan is over there urging his team on now to just regain a foothold here and to keep themselves moving. Bit of an altercation on the far side involving Siddiqui and Romeo Parks, and perhaps Paul McLaughlin might be interested.
He's
in
gone
looking
for a
into it
red
further.
card here.
Has he gone for a red? He certainly has. And it's been flashed in the direction of Romeo Parks, it looks like. They know how important this 3 points will be. Harps know too how important a point would be if they can get themselves back on level terms. It's gone infield again inside the area. Boyd involved, but Sligo Rovers survive. And now infield again, and now a chance perhaps for Boyle. Connolly, and out to McElhenney. He delivers, headed forward, still there for Harps. They're pressing hard here for an equaliser. Still alive. Wide area for Russell. Slips as he delivers, but it's headed on. Wonderful save by McGinty. It was Sean Boyd who was coming in on it. McGinty reacts and pads it over the bar.
Oh, what a passage.
Yeah, so that didn't go great.
It didn't go terribly.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, no, I mean, it wasn't. It's, I suppose, now that we've had maybe like a week or so to sit with it. Because at the time, it was really, a disappointing game to lose, and it still is. But having had the time to sit with it, I suppose it's kind of, in some ways, where we're at, we played really well, I thought, and created so many chances. On another day, could have, had 5 or 6. We'd really, really put it up to them. But I think a lot of that is also, we're definitely improved from last year in a big way, but there's still that bridge, between being a good team and a very good to great team. And the very good to great teams can kind of put away those games where they have a lot of chances, or, like Sligo went out of 10 men, they just defended very well. But, there's that kind of bit of a gap we haven't quite clicked, and, we still can. There's plenty of football left, but I think maybe that's part of it.
Absolutely. Look, but for a world-class goalkeeping performance from Ed McGinty, we probably would have won that game. He pulled off 3 or 4 amazing saves there. The header from Sean Boyd in the last minute. he pulled off 2 very good saves from Tundi as well,
Mm-hmm.
who also were delighted for Tundi to get his first goal for the club and his first ever professional goal as well. So congratulations to him for that.
Yeah.
I think, as you say, in another day we were hitting 5 or 6 goals there, and I'm delighted for the side that they were able to create so many chances, because I think it was a bugbear of fans, in previous games where we were getting, 0-0 draws, 1-0 losses, that we weren't creating enough chances, and obviously the corner is turning, that we are creating chances now. We are putting shots on goal. There wasn't a whole lot more we could have done right in that game, bar putting the ball in the net.
Yeah.
It was just one of those games, and 99 times out of 100, you lose a game to the league leaders. You say, look, they're top of the league for a reason. Fair play to them, but it shows the measure of what's going on in the squad there at the minute, and how the club is rising in more ways than one. That we're coming away from a 2-1 defeat against the league leaders, and we're gutted by it.
Yeah, no, that's a great way
Yeah.
of putting it, and not like to kind of be clinging on to moral victories, but that is, this is about the club kicking on, and I suppose probably maybe we didn't do any favors because we won a couple of games. We were beating the Europa League drum and whatever else, which I'm still gonna
by
do.
we, you mean you two, yeah?
Yeah, and I'm telling
Okay.
you now, the next time we win a game, it's back on. So
Yeah, look,
you
we're
can
still
strap
winning
in
the
for
league,
that.
like,
Get the passports ready and
we're
all
still,
that kind of thing.
exactly. Yeah, still winning the cup as well, and so
Okay.
that.
I'm
and,
still with Ollie about going to Lords, but sure. That's
Yeah, but like Ben Ollie said as well, he said, we're not at the top, but we're also not with the worst. We're somewhere in between, and that's the reality of it. And that's good, dude. That's a big step from where we are traditionally. And so it's still all
we're
progress.
6 in the mid-season break. I mean, you would have taken that probably at the start of the year, or I'm sure Ollie might have. So it's not all doom and gloom.
Yeah, far from
It's
it,
not
and
like
there's
we're
a lot to
caught dominating as well.
still improve on as well. And that's like the kind of the goals we conceded were pretty soft goals to give away. Really, I'd say the lads, the management team will be gutted to if you're going to concede. The bread and butter should be your set pieces and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And they were 2 disappointing goals to let in. But exactly, there's plenty more to come from the team. There's plenty more to improve and get better on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, we caught up with Mark Coyle after the game, and we'll kind of let him do the talking here. But it's something that he mentioned is the set pieces and how they prided them on previous years, and to concede from set pieces is pretty gutting. So, again, I'm not going to tell you everything he said because I'll let him do it himself. So this is Coyle. Mark, we end the mid-season on a losing note, but a tough one to take. But look, top of the table, positives to take from that.
Yeah, definitely. As you say, they're top of the table and they're probably top of the table for a reason. But at the same time, we had plenty of chances there to at least get a draw, get a result anyway. Again, we're disappointed that we conceded 2 set pieces. I suppose we prided ourselves off that when things were going bad, and now we're conceding a bit too easily at them. So, but as you said, it's mid-season break now. We regroup and go again after it.
Yeah, I suppose for Sandy, it's Harps are kind of known more as a second half of the season team anyway. We can kind of pick up from here. As you said, there's positives to take. We had chances, maybe those are the kind of chances we take, but later on in the season.
Yeah, 100%. We do have a good record the last few seasons of kicking on at the latter part of the season, but I suppose because we always have a new team and we're not that professional setup where you're getting in from the get-go. So hopefully that is the case again. But at the same time, we have to take our chances. We have to defend properly, or it's not going to change. So we'll take the break at this time now. But when we do come back, we need to come back firing on all cylinders and get ready for a tough run into the season. Well, I suppose it's not even halfway through, but you know yourself.
Yeah, you'll be glad of the 2-week break now, and the light is kind of at the end of the tunnel as well for supporters with the sort of the news that might be back in June, July, August. It'd be nice to get the crowd back into Finn Park.
For me, that'd be massive. I feel like at the minute, you come into games, sometimes it's mentally tough, getting prepared for games, because there is no crowd, there is no atmosphere, so each game sort of feels like the same. While today is a derby, and you know for a fact if the crowd's there, it's a totally different story. Maybe, I know it's funny to say, but if a crowd's there, maybe one of them chances will go in. It's just a funny way football is. But like, hopefully now, when they do get back, and we give them something to cheer about.
Yeah, so on a personal note, then you have a couple of weeks to recharge now. You'll be glad to give the feet up for a while.
I'd be lying now if I didn't say I'm glad of the break, but at the same time we'll be itching once it's over to get back in and get back at it, because it's a long way to go and we don't want to be fighting again like every other year. We want to be pushing on, so hopefully that's the case after the break.
As I said, that's a pretty honest look at proceedings there from Coyle, who has been nothing but honest in his appraisal of games this year as well. So it's good to see that bit of refreshing honesty from a player instead of giving out about whatever decision was made. It's brutally honest there and saying we conceded goals we shouldn't have conceded.
And I'd forgotten about decisions, and there was one I put on my Twitter that Tunde was like a mile onside and they blew for offside when he scored. That's like seems to be one every game, and I'm not going to dwell on it now, but there wasn't nearly anything made of that at the time. But then when you look it back, you're like, really? It was terrible.
It was for us standing on the kind of the line of it. We kind of we definitely made a big deal of it on the day. But as you said earlier, it's kind of between cold analysis and hot analysis. On the day, you think we should have won it, but looking back at it, as you said, I think there's a lot of positives, and again, they're the league leaders for a reason, so they're not there by luck. So we did give them a run, and we almost got something out of them, and like that's a big thing to take from a club that kind of just barely made it safe last year. Like, it's massive improvement.
A few people on the sideline politely let the linesman know that he was wrong about that offside.
Just a few, and politely. That would be the
word. And we wouldn't have it any other way.
No.
Yeah. Just to add one thing, Tondi, as you said, got his first professional goal, and you saw how much that meant for him. That was big celebration from him, and as you said, we're delighted and well done to him. Like, he definitely put in the work to get that. So fair play to him.
Yeah, I think that was made evident in the photo that Evan Logan got.
Yeah,
which was fantastic.
Brilliant
the background
picture.
of the support Micah families as well.
Yeah.
It was a very, very good photo, and it done very well on Twitter as well. And I'm sure.
Yep.
Sure, Tunde has
well done to Evan as well.
Stored away now.
Yeah.
On another note, it was great to see the club support that at both ends of the ground. It's a big problem faced by families in Donegal and Mayo, and at the end of the day, we're a community club. It's all about supporting the community, and getting behind that, I think, is a very important step for the club. And just a well done to the club for getting behind that.
Well done,
definitely.
So moving on,
Bartley.
The new ground or the training ground?
Training ground, right?
So obviously the car draw, the proceedings or the takings, we'll say, from the car draw is going towards building a training facility for the club. And I just roll a couple of clips here while we're chatting about it. The ground has been leveled out, it's been seeded, a bit of car park put in, and it's fantastic to see this ongoing. And coming into next season, the players will have a solid training ground, that they can go back and forward to from Finn Park, from the new stadium. It's slap bang in the middle of them, and it's brilliant to see this ongoing work, and the hard work being put in by people in the background. And just a quick update to let people know what's going on there, because I'm sure people will be kind of wondering what's happening in that.
Yeah, and it's better than just listening to us chat nonsense for 30 odd minutes on this, or maybe just me. But also, even just saying that, it's a massive thing for the club, even financially, to have that, the amount of money that will be saved, even in, say, pre-season next year, when you're booking pitches left and right and organising, even the hours and admin, trying to get stuff sorted. Even just that kind of stuff, will really reap the rewards now come, next kind of January, February.
Absolutely. So yes, Bartley Corner's back, and we're delighted to have.
It's actually Bartley's birthday today, so we should
Bartley's
mention that
birthday,
first.
Yes, a big
Yep.
happy birthday to Bartley.
Happy birthday, Bartley. He's 26 today.
27.
Yeah. Delighted with that. So Bartley, yes, on his birthday week, he caught up with Pierce Walsh, big fans' favourite in the mid-90s. 70 odd appearances, I think it was, and tough tackler, tough player, and fancied a goal from midfield as well. So, a quick excerpt here, and as usual, the full interview will be up on YouTube in the coming days. So don't forget to catch that. So here's an extract of that with Pierce Walsh.
Tonight, I'm joined by what you would call a combative midfielder. Pierce Walsh joined Finn Harps in January 1995. He made 73 appearances for the club, and he scored 12 goals. Pierce, great to have you on.
Thanks very much, Bartley. It's a pleasure to be on this channel. It's great, absolutely. It's an honour to be here talking to you here today.
How did you come about signing for Harps? How did that work out for you?
Oh, personally, that worked out. That gave me a brand new lease of life. Why Harps got in touch with me, I don't really know. I got a phone call probably on a January Monday evening from I think initially it was Donald Costigan.
Yes.
Well, Lord of Mercy, Donald was a committee member there at the time. He loves his Finn Harps big time, so he got in touch. I think he got in touch with me to say that Patsy McGowan was interested. I wanted to know would I be interested in going up. So I said, by all means, yeah, absolutely. But Donald didn't live too far away from me. I was living in Malahide at the time, and Donald lived in Portmarnock.
Yeah.
So that's where the contact. That's where I got my first contact, and then I got talking to Patsy, and it took off from there. But it gave me a huge new lease of life for those 2.5 years that I was there with Finn Harps. Just everything got going again for me. I was delighted. Probably the best move out of me of all the clubs that I made was a big move for me. Not knowing it at the time, but going to Bowes, when I went to Bowes when I was 19, I was too young. I had experience. It was a big club. There was big players there, Jackie Jemison and Gino Lawless, and I was coming in, and I just felt. So at that stage, but that experience stood to me in the end. So going to Finn Harps at that particular time, move, like if I had it was either Cove or Finn Harps. I don't know what would have happened down there, but thank God I made the right decision anyway. And God.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say, I mean, Harps fans of a certain vintage would have very fond memories of you playing with Harps. I mean, you were a wholehearted player, decent midfielder who could score goals as well. And I think, as I said to you, you made 73 appearances with 12 goals from midfield. So, I mean, it probably was a good move both ways.
Yeah, it probably was. Because Harps' biggest target really was to get out of that first division, which was probably stuck there for 10 or 12 years, I think Harps were. So with myself and Ronnie Murphy, Ronnie came the very same time I arrived at Finn Harps. It probably gave Finn Harps a little bit more experience, a bit more knowledge to the players that were up there, because even from the first 1 or 2 games, you knew between Patsy's team talks and fellas on the park, they were sort of a little bit disjointed, Bartley.
Yeah.
But they were looking for Patsy looking for something down the middle, a good centre half, whatever, a midfielder, and maybe a good solid centre forward. The spine of that team, because there was a lot of young fellas there, and myself and Ronnie, they were just running all over the place at that particular time. There was no particular shape to the team, so we sort of, I felt myself and Ronnie sort of helped, and probably I think Noel Melvin came along there as well, and a couple others who brought a bit more experience to the side. The only one I would look at experience at the time when I was there was Paul Hegarty, and he was just driving the team on.
Your first season, we got to the playoffs, and you mentioned like it was the holy grail for Harps to get promotion. and we played Athlone Town. 3-0 in Balbuffet. I think from memory serves me right, Charlie McGeever got sent off that night.
He got sent off that night, yeah. Oh, I think it was a 0-0 actually in that game.
Yeah, it was 0-0, yeah.
We played quite well because seeing as they were a Premier side and we were a First Division side, we played very well against them. And really we had a couple of chances to score goals in Flint Park. But when the return leg was down in St. Mel's and Athlone, there was a huge amount of support for Finn Harps, which was incredible. That when we walked out onto the pitch to see, there must have been like 300 or 400 there. That's what it felt like, and they really gave us a huge boost at that time in St. Mel's. And as far as I can remember that game, you can't remember too many bits and pieces, but cheers, I thought we played them off the park. I just thought we battered that clown in their own backyard. But unfortunately, we didn't have Johnny Speak.
Yeah.
It's like Dotsy now. As much as we had Dotsy up there, but Dotsy probably couldn't just do it on his own. He needed help, and it just wasn't there at that particular time.
Yeah. And it went to penalties. Now, I know you were kind of the regular penalty taker in any event at Harps at the time, and you managed to put one away. And unfortunately, there was one man, Sean Barrett, who ultimately missed the penalty. What sort of a sickening feeling was that? Not just for Sean, obviously, because I mean, you can't blame him. I mean, it was done over a season and whatever else. But how, sickening a blow was it for everybody? I know Patsy was interviewed after the match, and you could see on RTE, he was absolutely sickened to the core. He couldn't believe it. He fully expected you to go to Athlone and win.
Yeah, and he'd every right to believe that, as much as we all believed that we could do, especially after the first leg, to go down there and beat them. Poor old Sean. Come here, somebody that happens to everybody at some stage in their career to miss a penalty at such a crucial moment in their careers. But you're right. It's you can't blame him on anything. It was all over the season. We just felt devastated in that dressing room. I don't know if you were ever in St. Mel's dressing rooms back in.
Oh, I was. It wasn't too big a place anyway.
Very small. I think only one person in to have a shower after the match. You had to wait your turn until there was more room. But it was a sad. Everybody was down, but they also we felt proud of ourselves in the sense that we gave a great display on the particular night. Over the two legs that we I think we hit the bar. We could have hit the post during them games. We just didn't come away with it. The Finn Harps crowd and the people knew we gave it our all, and we knew we gave it our all. Yeah, we were very sad and disappointed, but we didn't give up hope, Bartley.
Yeah, no, great that Bartley cornered back, People have really enjoyed the various interviews done already. And, it's just a great kind of, I've said a few times now, a resource to have, and then you can put the full one online, obviously. Just, it's like a podcast you can kind of, flick on whenever they've got, a spare 40 minutes, or if they're, working from home and they want something, not the radio in the background or whatever. It's definitely a really good addition.
Absolutely. No, look, we're getting some great feedback from this, and when I forget to put the full video up on time, I often get a message there from several people. Be like, "When's the full one going up?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's up there this evening." And
and usually it's up there. Yeah, it's usually up there the next evening, if not the two next ones. But
it's
all part of the.
There at some point.
This is why I always say the coming days rather than a specific day, because
it's all part of our great content plan here at FHTV. Rigorous schedule.
We're dripping it. It's not all at once.
No, it's as always great to get them good stories from the ex-players, and that's another player there that's spoken very fondly about his time at Harps. It's 9 out of every 10 players will always say their favourite club they played for was Harps. It's testament to the great people that's worked with the club over the years, and it's always brilliant to see Bartley catching up with these lads. These stories that we wouldn't have. A lot of Harps fans wouldn't have heard otherwise. So it's a very valuable resource.
Yeah,
great.
And goal of the month. Yeah,
players love this, fans love this, and
everyone loves this.
Everyone loves this. This is brought to you by Kinnegar Brewing, as always, and we've got a couple of cracking goals for you, and we'll roll them.
It was a good month for goals.
Yeah,
it was.
So you're there.
win it back here for Harps, and he drills in the cross for Foley. Nathstad got something on it. Foley back for McNamee, and Barry McNamee. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! And fully deserved too.
The sighters earlier on, but there'll be no ball he'll strike as well as that tonight. That is a cracking goal from Barry McNamee, and again good work from Adam Foley to set him up and winning the ball back, and that is a great finish. Ollie will be definitely delighted.
Coyle, Seymour again. Hard man to stop when he gets running, Will Seymour. It's a great ball across. Here's McNamee on his left foot. Foley! An amazing goal for Finn Harps by Barry McNamee, the former Derry City player, and Finn Harps lead with 1.5 minutes to go. Great ball by Seymour out there forward. He stepped and saved, given it by McNamee. Scored a goal against Dundalk a couple of weeks ago, and now scoring a goal here from the spot. And here comes Foley, powering past Evans. Collins was caught in hesitation, and Foley puts it in. Less than a minute between the two goals. Finn Harps have turned it around, and a marvellous finish from Adam Foley puts him top of the scoring chart. It's Waterford 1, Finn Harps 2.
There you have it. As always, leave your votes in the comment section. Yeah, votes why, and there will be goodies for obviously the winning goal scorer, but also the winning commenter.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll be over 18 this time.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Last month we ended up choosing one that was under the age of 18, but someone in the family always benefits. So is there a market there for Kinnegar to do, a soft drink, a mineral? for the we can work with football special as well.
Yeah.
Big Bunny flavored water or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll have to get on to Kinnegar about this. But no, as the lad said, leave your votes and leave why, because we enjoy reading them too. At the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. It's passes our time as much as anything else.
And as I said, like there was some pretty nice prizes the last month. So I'm sure Carlo Sullivan enjoyed his.
Carl is enjoying it. Yeah,
and Jack Galt enjoyed his prizes as well. I got his name there. I remembered it.
Yeah, good on you.
And
I remembered that.
Oh, fair play.
What do I say? It's a good day. I haven't started drinking yet, so there's that.
So with mid-season break.
Yeah,
not really much to say about it. Players are
really
enjoying some time. Like I've seen Will Seymour's out enjoying the county. I've seen Conor Barry out enjoying the county. It's nice to get the players out and about. And
they've had the weather for it, I suppose.
Weather for it as well. Yeah,
the weather's turned, so that's been good. And like even Will said in his post-match interview after the Sligo game, it's kind of good to get that wee bit of a break, and they can kind of go and recharge and come back, fighting and flying, and that's what they'll do. They will go and relax and clear the head, but they'll come back looking to get going again. So so streaming. I'm not at liberty, nor do I have the right words to discuss it all.
Starts legalese now, right?
It's it'll be good. It'll have replays, 2 commentators. It'll be an upgrade on WatchLOI. I don't think I'm going out of kind of beyond my remit saying that. I think that everyone knew it was great. It served its purpose and was great for what it was. But I think really you'd want it to be a bit kind of better in terms of even things like replays and that, and hopefully maybe a few more kind of graphics and stats and that. But that'll be more kind of to be determined. But hopefully it'll be a bit of an upgrade and people will enjoy it.
Yeah, well, the one thing WatchLOI definitely missed was, especially above all else, was a replay of a goal or a key incident. There was someone mentioned to me this week there that you walk into the kitchen to make a cup of tea or something during the game, or you go to grab a beer out of the fridge or whatever you might be doing, and you hear a shout from the TV and you run back and you don't get to see it again. At least with this now, we'll have the option to have the replays of the goals, the key incidents, the option to have a good commentary team in there, the option to put in extra graphics, extra stats. I don't know if there's a remit in there for ads or anything like that there. But
we'll be able to give sponsors better coverage. Might even be able to work in bits of FHTV at halftime to kind of fill that time rather than the kind of dodgy highlights of like the week before. Not they were grand, but the footage wasn't great. So we've got options that because it's ours, we've got far more kind of control and input on what we can do with it. So hopefully that's a good thing and not a bad thing, and we don't make an absolute hames of it. But time will tell.
Yeah, no. So that's a nice way to wrap up for the week, I think. And as always, thanks to Kinnegar Brewing.
Yeah,
Been very
definitely
kind sponsors to us this year. And
Are we back next week?
yeah, we'll be back
possibly
next week.
Next week with a short FHTV extra or something with
Aye,
some
well, we
behind the
can
scenes stuff this week.
Preview the Shamrock Rovers game, which will have fans and whatever else. Yeah, we'll sure, we'll see what we do. Like, we'll tease it. We might be back, might not be.
Take it 1 week at a time.
Yeah.
The thing is, we do. It's like, unless I say something in the group chat, it just goes, I'm sure, well, maybe.
We'll
no,
see.
maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Wednesday rolls around, we're like, oh, we're
Been in
recording.
Ireland long
Yeah.
enough now.
Yeah.
Donegal especially.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right, lads.
Anyway,
Well, take our hand.
enjoy your evening.
We'll leave it there then.